Hi guys, and welcome to another video for today, the 28th of July, 2026. So we're going to go through three stocks right now: ONFO, DFNS, and BIYA. In contrast to two of the videos that we've already done for today, but POLA is picking up now, so make sure you check that one out and don't miss it. So we're going to look at the 5-minute time frame, find the entry for a day trade, and the 4-hour time frame to see what we need to hold these stocks overnight, then the daily time frame for potentially larger swing trades as well. So let's go and start with ONFO on the 5-minute time frame. And this one is currently, I think, printing a bearish head and shoulders, to be honest. So your left shoulder would be there, your right shoulder would be here, and your head would be here as well. So I think that's something which is brewing, which isn't great. However, though, all we can do is trade what's in front of us. We've currently got a strong bottom wick, bolt off the Bollinger Band center. This orange line, when we come and test it, we're 65% more likely to bounce off it than lose it, as it's the line in the sand of the chart. And how we can trade this in a bullish manner, because this stock is, up plus 35%, which is good, and therefore most of the volume in this is bullish, and it's high volume, so obviously, it's good, strong stock for today. That's what you need to focus on really, and make sure your bias isn't manipulated by any other little things. And for this one, I'd wait for a 1 minute green candle close over 0.165 or a 2-3% push over 0.165, and I'd be looking for an 8% first target on this one. However, if you were to lose the 60 EMA around 0.115, I would consider this stock to be done for a day trade, swing trade, holding it overnight, anything. And then if your first target, pro tip, if your first target is 8%, make sure your stop loss doesn't exceed that, to make sure your risk to reward is at least even. So that's looking for a day trade on ONFO. But what do we need to hold this overnight? Because looking for a day trade with an 8% first target is one thing, but holding it overnight into tomorrow is another thing. So a 4-hour green candle close over 0.165 by end of today, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see us continue towards 0.2 for a first target of, I'm guessing, around 10-15%, doesn't seem that large. 15%, so maybe we can wait for that and then sell 50% at plus 15%, and then sell 40% at the next resistance, which would be around 0.25, around a plus 40 to 45% sort of move from entry. So that's how I trade it, and I wouldn't even hold it overnight until we get a 4-hour green candle close over 0.165 by end of today or end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then going to the daily time frame, it should just load in a second, bear with me. Currently away out of the country, so internet is a bit slower, but if you want to hold this for more than just overnight and into Friday or next week, what we need is a daily green candle close over 0.2, and that should see us continue towards 0.3 on this one. So Bollinger Band center, basically we're beneath it right now, rejecting off it on the daily, and we're 65% more likely to remain beneath it. So once we get above there, we'll be 65% more likely to remain above it. You can learn more about this in the Discord. Through our educational section, we've done a little tutorial on the Bollinger Bands, how to use them. Check us out, link in the video description and the Twitter bio. And once we get over this level, we should come towards 0.3. And remember, beneath 0.115 is no good. And if you're holding from 0.2 to 0.3, it's around a 45% move, and you want your risk to reward to be at least even. So you want to stop loss to not exceed your first target. So something to just write down and make sure you apply to your trade management. So we'll go to DFNS next in the 5-minute time frame. I don't like this for a day trade, to be honest. Too many gaps in the chart because of several halts, and the candles are supposed to be tight together like this when my cursor is here, because it shows they're working hard together and can cultivate enough price action and energy to break the resistance, because they're working tightly and hard together, in contrast to big gaps and big discrepancies in the price, and therefore less convincing moves because there's gaps. There's what's it called, the expression? Missing links in the chain. So you don't really want to see that for your technical analysis. But what we can do is mark the up thrust over here, 36.69, and make a negative trend line and convert it into falling wedge formation with at least 3 touches beside the wedge from a trend of consolidation, and a 2-3% push over $32, or 1 minute candle close over $32, which this run at least 8% from entry, and then for a first target. And to be honest, we should come and test the next resistance of around $42 on this one. However, though, if we were to lose 20.5 on this, I would consider it to be done for a day trade, swing trade, holding it overnight, etc. I just wouldn't want to be in this beneath 20.5. And again, over 32 on this for an entry for a day trade. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame, see what we need to hold this stock overnight. This one's been running for quite a while, I think. So, I mean, it looks okay. It's obviously a strong news going on right now on this one. So 4-hour green candle close over 32 on this should see us gap up towards next resistance of 42, and then 52 would be take profit 2. So 4-hour green candle close by over 32. By end of today, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, we would see around a 20-25% first target in towards $42, where you can sell 50%. Then 40% can be sold at $50, $52, the next second resistance. And then the 10% remaining can just be left to ride and sell when you think the stock is done or when you're happy with remaining shares. Never be all in, never be all out. That's my pro tip. So, and again, beneath 20.5, I wouldn't want to be in this at all. Looks good, bounced, reclaimed and bounced off the 60 EMA basically. We already had a big pump here. Didn't decide to reject off the 60 EMA and resistance. We kept on going, showing the news is really strong. And yeah, I mean, looks good. One step at a time on this. Let's not get too giddy. Just respect the resistances and make sure we don't bag hold a potentially great green trade into the red. Very important. So going on the daily time frame on this one. So if you want to hold this for longer than just overnight and for a series of days into Friday, or for just maybe next week, because the news is really good in this, because it's maybe holding up around these levels for next week. So if you want to do that and want to enter for a longer period of time, we need a daily green candle close over $42 in this, because it's where the 60 EMA is currently at the daily time frame, which is currently acting as a death cross. So obviously, the simple connotation of death cross, you don't need to know what trading is to understand the word death is not a good thing. And it's a negative thing, and until we break over this death cross and reclaim it, then we can't really have a bullish lens in this for the long term. So this area of $42 is a really important area we need to get above for holding it for a longer period of time. My next target after $42 would be 65 around here. So if you want to hold it for a swing trade, over 42, we should see us hit 65 on this one. So that's DFNS. So keep your eyes on this one. And then BIYA. So my favorite is actually Polar. So 1 second, guys. I have to move my camera just to get the watch list sorted. So, right. So this one is BIYA. So previous notorious runner. We've all traded this one before, I'm sure. And this one is a multi-day runner from the 27th yesterday. Holding up. So again, the news must be strong on this if it's still holding up. And currently flirting with reclaiming $5. Not very convincing, to be honest. We've broken through it, broken down it, now trying to break through it once more. So it's not the strongest thing. The more holes in the wall, the easier it is to get through. When we need resistance to be super, super strong to make sure we're getting into a strong break. So we need it to be like the strongest resistance and strongest wall, potentially, for a strong break and great profit to be made. So like I said, this one's been broken through a few times. It's become weaker. So I'll be focusing on the next resistance. I'm happy to watch it break 5. I'm going to pull the way to 6.5 without entering, because I want to buy into strength and buy into a convincing breakout. And that will happen once we break over 6.5, because we've never broken over 6.5 before. So that shows how strong it is. We've never ever broken over 6.5 before. We've broken over 5 a few times, but never 6.5. So 6.5 must be super strong. And we're waiting for a break of 6.5 for move of at least 8% for a day trade. However, though, if this one were to lose $4, I wouldn't want to be in this at all for a swing trade and holding it overnight or day trade, as it looks to be failing a death cross, failing a golden cross retest for the 60 EMA just here. And you can learn more about that in the Moving Averages seminar in Atlanta Trading. Check us out, link in the video description and the Twitter bio. And it will also be losing the $4 major support here. And also 95% of price action takes place in this navy line here at the bottom and this navy line here at the top. And if it were to lose 95% of its price comforts and to the downside, that'd be a very bad thing, which is probably going to happen if you lose $4. So beneath $4, do not be in this at all, unless you want to be sad. So folding this overnight, I'm looking for a new entry if you're not in already. Just simply a 4-hour green candle close over 6.5 should see us hit 8 as take profit 1. So that's around a 20% move, I think. 15-20% move for sell 50%. Then your take profit 2 would be around $10, so around a 45 to 50% sort of move from entry for take profit 2 weeks. Sell 40%, then leave 10% remaining on this one. I think $10 could be a major price target in this, as it's broken above the 60 EMA on the 4-hour, and because the volume is good in this, and even on the 17th. Sorry, the 20th here, we were up a familiar price. I think this one could have a target of $10, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised to see this hit $10 soon on this one. But again, guys, one step at a time. We need to go over 6.5. And to be honest, I will probably look to enter this one with the 4-hour green candle close over 6.5. And then look to respect my first target of 8. And then obviously the second target of 10, which would be good. So again, beneath 4, no good on this one. And then finishing up on the daily time frame. So again, this be a bit slower. The internet, my Airbnb is a bit slow. But it's basically just gonna tell me the exact same thing, I'm pretty sure. We'll give it a minute. If not, we'll just end it here. So again, over, looks like I may have to end it here, guys. So again, over 6.5 4-hour green candle on BIYA. Should see us hit 8 and 10 on this. So I'm gonna have to end the video here, a bit abrupt, but again, raw real video and facilitates the lifestyle I want. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and thanks guys, and catch you all later.